Hey Leo, what's going on? Long time no speak. I hope you're doing very well. My name is Diane and this is Madame Butterfly Tarot, and we're going to do, this is going to be a general reading for February, but you know, it is a timeless reading, so whenever you happen to find this is when it was meant for you. You're very, very welcome here, Leo. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate it a lot. If you feel called to like and subscribe for me, I would appreciate that a lot as well. You're gonna have to make some kind of decision about something. I'm not sure what it is, but there's some kind of decision I want to say. Also, I am taking personal readings at the moment, Leo. So if you feel like booking with me, I'm taking personal readings and spiritual life coaching sessions. So if you feel like booking with me, the link will be in the description box below the video, okay? There is something here about a decision. I don't know if you've been feeling like you keep hitting walls with something. Because it's almost like you're being redirected. If you feel like that's kind of how they do it, like they're... it sucks the way that they do it, but like if you feel like you keep hitting walls, it might be because you're being redirected. Okay. What's going on for Leo, please? Initiation. Valion the Wisdom Keeper. So kind of looks like you've been undergoing some kind of initiation, or you're about to be initiated. So there's going to be some kind of wisdom that you have access to in some way. Okay, this could be downloads from spirit or something else that's going to come in. Let me see. You know what? I feel like there's something going on with your throat. I feel like this has been coming out in the readings a lot recently, but I'm getting quite a bit of pain in my throat, like all around my jaw. So I don't know if you've had problems with your throat chakra in the past. This is a blue card, which makes me think throat chakra. So it could be that you have a lot of wisdom that you're supposed to impart to other people. That could be for at least one person watching, okay? Well, what's this? Wow, they came out really fast. You have the Six of Swords in the World. Something good is happening, because the Six of Swords talks about, you know, the end of something that was very tricky, like coming out of a storm. And the World talks, you know, the Six of Swords talks about like peace, you know, coming into a harmonious place. And the World talks about, you know, the ending of cycles. The thing, you might be moving though, like for some of you with the Six of Swords in the World, you might be moving or taking a trip. You have the Nine of Cups here. Okay, good things are happening. Let me see what else. Coming to the end of some kind of shitty cycle, that's for sure. The High Priestess. Yeah, see, there's something here about you having all this information, like psychic knowledge or downloads or something like that. Like you're very insightful, you're very psychic, you're very clairvoyant, you're a seer, you're clairsentient. Something, you have something. I feel like it's like a really shitty time of your life has come to an end, because it's almost like you're not going to want to hear this, and I'm sure it won't make it any better, but it's like for some reason you needed to go through a shitty patch to get some kind of sacred knowledge or something. You know, it's like the situation was quite bad, so you had to learn to go within and talk to your guides and, like, you know, figure out information about how to move forward that way, you know, like through the spiritual aspect. And now you have all this information that you're supposed to give to other people. The 5 of Cups. Yeah, they just really want you to know, because that's kind of landed next to the World. Okay, everything happens for a reason. All right. This is, okay. Okay, so the card says everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. I don't know why you guys got such a deep reading, but obviously one of you guys needs to hear this. You've really been through a shitty time. That could be your whole life. Maybe your whole life was kind of shitty up until this point, but the reason that it happened was because you're supposed to have this spiritual knowledge so you can give it to other people. Like you're supposed to be some kind of teacher or something. But the end of this shitty cycle is coming to pass, but you know, you may be having a hard time letting go of stuff that's happened in the past. You know, you may just be like, well, this isn't fair, because part of you may have also realized that this was done so that you could have this knowledge so you could teach other people, and maybe you're like, well, that's not fair. Like, and you know, I feel you, but that's the message. Yeah, because look, you're in this Empress energy now. There's a lot of, okay, you know, you're gonna make a lot of money off whatever this is you're gonna do, okay? And I just want to address something here, because you know, there's a lot of this chat in the spiritual community about like, oh, you should never make money from like your spiritual gifts or like from spirituality. Yeah, you should. Spirit doesn't want you to be poor, okay? That's the whole thing. That's the whole point. That's what humans are relearning, is that there is so much abundance. You just have to learn how to tap into it. Spirit wants you to be abundant. They want you to live in a nice house. They don't want you to get it through nefarious means, but they want you to be abundant. They want you to live a good life, okay? So it's like, because see, the thing is as well, it's like you paid your dues, you know, like you went through a lot of stuff so you could have access to this knowledge, and now you're going to find a way to share it with other people, and it's going to make you a lot of money. You're also moving into like a receiving energy with the Empress, you know, male or female. The Empress represents someone that receives. They're also saying, if this is something you've kind of been dragging your feet about, Leo, like some kind of money-making opportunity to do with your psychic gifts or downloads or information that you've picked up during your spiritual awakening or some kind of healing that you've done, now is the time to act. Like something to do, like some kind of combination of your creativity and your psychic gifts, or something that you've channeled, is going to be very abundant. You're about to be rewarded. But what I want to say is that your journey has not been easy. So I can understand why, you know, you would be a little pissed. Okay, but you're about to enter into quite a bit of money. Tell me about the 6 of Swords. Yeah, because you really have like some kind of knowledge and wisdom that you're supposed to give to people, okay? Wow, what the hell? You have the 5 of Wands has just come out with the 3 of Swords. Wow. You really have been through the wars. So, yeah, the 5 of Wands can be conflict. It can just be chaos. Like you may have just had a very chaotic life. You may have had to deal with a lot of other people's shit, like a lot of other people's drama. There may have been a lot of controlling people. There may have just been a lot of challenges in general. And you have the 3 of Swords. There's definitely, there has been, I don't know who this reading is for, probably many people. But when you have the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Cups, this is like a lot of sadness and a lot of chaos. There may have been one, I'm just throwing this out there for someone, there may have been one woman in particular that caused you a lot of chaos. Or 2 women that were like very selfish and very self-centered. I'm seeing 3 women here, okay? 2 of them are very selfish. One is very self-centered. The other one is very selfish, but also like very dominant. And then you have this girl here crying, who is you, okay? Whether you're a female or not, this person is you. So there may have been 2 females for someone watching in your past that were, you know, you kind of feel like they ruined your life or something like that, okay? So this could be family, ex-girlfriends, friends, friends, female co-workers, something like that, all right? There has just been a whole bunch of shit in your life, Leo, that was not cool. But you're moving out of this energy. Spirit wants you to know it's over now. Oh my God, you're gonna hate me. But it was to do with your spiritual growth. Oh my God, like all of this was done for your spiritual growth. So you could have this knowledge and teach it to other people. So you could have this insight, so you could have these downloads. Okay. Tell me about this 9 of Cups. Wow, that's nice. You have the 9 of Cups with the 9 of Swords. So, you know, the 9 of Swords talks about worrying, overthinking, sleepless nights. So they're basically saying, like, you don't have to worry anymore. The reason that you're worried is because you've been through so much shit, so much trauma, so much chaos in the past that it's like your go-to, like your baseline is worrying. You know, when that's been your whole life, because I feel strongly for someone here watching, there's been 2 women that kind of fucked up your life, or they were very harsh with you or something. You've just been used to like a lot of chaos and a lot of sadness and a lot of selfish people. And it's like that was like your baseline. So it may be taking a little bit of time for you to get used to the fact that you don't have to live like that anymore. Because if that's all you've ever known, you know, it can actually, it sounds strange, but it can take a while to get used to the fact that life is actually going to be good. So they're saying, like, whatever this is you're worrying about at the moment, Leo, your worrying is unnecessary, okay? There's also something very strong in your reading about, like, regret. I feel there's something from your past where you really didn't stand up for yourself, okay? And please, I'm not insulting you, okay? But it was because your throat chakra wasn't open. You've obviously been bullied or something, or you had like women around, or someone, I want to say for a lot of you it's women, that like bullied you and they made you think like your voice was not worthwhile and you sat on your tongue and you didn't speak up for yourself because whenever you did, somebody called you selfish or someone put you down or something. But I feel like you have a lot of regret about what's happened in your life and you may feel kind of bitter. You know, and I completely understand. Wow. Okay, you have the 10 of Wands. I feel this is quite a heavy burden that you're carrying. I feel like you had to, I actually kind of, this doesn't happen to me in readings, but I kind of want to cry. And I don't know if that's just stuff that needs to be released from you. But I feel like you had to carry the burden for a lot of people for some reason, because you had selfish people around you. So you may have, like the 10 of Wands talks about, you know, yeah, even says it on this card, trying too hard to please others. Like that may have been your whole life. Like you had selfish people that you grew up with, or you were married to someone selfish or something. This reading is all about releasing this stuff from the past so that you can actually have a happy life now. If that sounds like something that you want to do, ask your angels or ask your guides or whatever you want to call them, the universe, ask them to show you how to do it. Okay. Wow, look, you have the High Priestess with the Chariot. Something about your psychic gifts or this downloads of info, because it could be a couple of things, like you might be very clairvoyant, you might read the tarot, you might be a medium, you might be clairsentient, you might be a very good channel, so you're channeling a book, or you're channeling art, or you're channeling YouTube videos or something. There's something to do with these. It could even be, you know, you're a spiritual life coach, or I'm using the examples that I have, okay? Something like this, like insights that you have gained, a healer, some kind of healer, like a counselor, something to do with, like, because during this difficult time, you have a lot of knowledge about how to heal or how to help people heal, or you have a lot of knowledge about psychic stuff that people need to know. It could be some mix of, like, you know, how to heal using spiritual techniques, something like this. You're about to be acknowledged for this, Leo, whatever it is that you're doing. This information or these downloads or this gift that you have. This specifically talks about your career. You may work with Metatron. Metatron is, you know, it has religious overtones, okay, but just think of him as the being that guards the Akashic records, okay? So you may end up working with Metatron. You may have heard that name quite a lot recently. That's Metatron coming through to tell you that he wants to work with you. See, your sun, I don't want to say gatekeeper, because it's not like you're stopping people from getting the knowledge, but it's like you're some kind of go-between between, like, you know, Earth and the Akashic records for people to deliver knowledge or information or something. But you're about to be very successful. It's kind of a bitter, I feel like it may be a bitter pill to swallow for you though, Leo, because it's like you have this success and the money, but you had to give up a lot to get it, right? You had to go through a lot to get it. So this could be what's going on for you at the moment, like you're releasing all this stuff from the past. But yeah, you're about to be very successful. You're about to be acknowledged for this gift or this, whatever it is you're doing. Okay, clarify the Empress. Ooh, the Empress with the Knight of Pentacles. So, you know what it is? Like this, okay, the Empress is lavish abundance, like, and it's going to be here forever. Basically, because the Knight of Pentacles is something very slow moving. But when it gets here, it's here to stay. It's almost like you spent your whole life, or like a long, like decades building up this knowledge that you have. And now that you have it, it's like no one can take it away. So you will always be able to use it to make a lot of money. Because it's knowledge that not everyone has. Like, you had to suffer for this knowledge. That's why it's like so rare. Oh my god, I really want to cry. Like, this never happens to me. Yeah, so that's what they want you to know, that god, I'm actually almost in tears, Leo. Sorry for losing my shit in your reading. I'm just wondering if, like, there's some tears that need to come out for you or something like that. But yeah, like the money's going to be here to stay, okay? And it's a lot of it. It's a lot of it. Wow, you guys got an intense reading. You're kind of fucking me up. Okay, is there anything else about this Empress you want Leo to know? You know, I think I'm going to leave it there, Leo. I don't know, let's see, is there anything else? I'm going to pull some from this Kyle Gray deck for you, okay? Okay. Wow, all right. Okay. So you have living with purpose brings me prosperity. This is your purpose. If you've been wondering or if you've been doubting it, this is your purpose. Like whatever this is, it's something to do with delivering this wisdom, all right? That's going to heal a lot of people, and it's going to bring you prosperity because you're like the wisdom keeper. And obviously, like I said, the blue throat chakra, so writing, speaking, and you also have your sensitivity as a gift. So you may have felt like it's not because you grew up in a very harsh environment, or you know, you had a lot of selfish people around you at some point. And I feel like maybe you were just very sensitive and it was just so hard for you. There's something very specific in this reading. I feel like there was one very selfish person who kind of neglected you, and then you may have had another person who kind of gave you a lot of attention, but like not in a good way. It was almost like, I don't know, this person, like they were kind of tough. So they may have kind of laughed at you for being sensitive or calling you weak or something like that. But this person, like the tough person, I feel like they brought a lot of drama into your life and like a lot of chaos. And this person who ignored you, it was almost like neglect, and they kind of made you very sad. So it's almost like you had no one. And they keep saying Cinderella with this 10 of Wands. They keep saying like Cinderella. So you may have had to do a lot of chores, or like you worked very hard, and nobody ever, you know, said thank you, and you were always underappreciated, and it's like you turned your back on them, rightly fucking so, but it's like it's just taking you a little, I don't know, there's just a little bit of, I want to say anger about, because I think you can see why, because you can see where this is going. You're like, oh, that's why I was supposed to do this, like, because I know I'm supposed to tell other people, but you might be like, but oh man, like I had to go through so much, like that's not fair. And I feel like that's what you're coming to terms with, because you have, I clear my energy field at the bottom of the deck here, so it's like a lot of this stuff is being cleared out of your energy field, you know. Oh, Leo, I'm so sorry. And there is something, you have my high vibes heal the world, so there is something like you're meant to be some kind of healer, you know, the high priestess. You're very psychic, you're very intuitive. It's like they keep saying the gatekeeper is what I've kept hearing since the beginning of the reading. It's like it's like you're the gatekeeper to all this spiritual knowledge or information that people are going to have. Oh, do you know what? The money's gonna start like raining down, like quite fast, I would say. You know what? Yeah, I think working with Metatron would help you, which you can look up how to do that, okay? I feel like Metatron wants to give you information, okay? Like from the Akashic records, there's going to be some kind of partnership. If you've been hearing in your readings recently, Leo, that there's some kind of partnership coming, I think it's with, this is super woo-woo, but I think it's with Metatron. All right? At least one of the partnerships is with this person, with this being, Metatron. Because they want to give you information, and I feel like once you start working with him, the information is going to flow really well. I mean, I think it already flows for you pretty well, but it's like a floodgate is going to open, you know? Tell me about the Empress. The 8 of Wands, yeah, you're supposed to be, It's something to do with communication is going to bring the money in. You're supposed to be some kind of spiritual teacher. I want to say specifically a spiritual teacher for you, Leo, because you have the Hierophant and the Eight of Wands, so it's you're supposed to teach people about spirituality or how to heal or something. You've done it in a past life with the Judgment. Like, this is not new for you. It's just like you're unlocking things that are already there. Anything else? Tell me about this money that's coming in for Leo. Oh, it's gonna come in fast. If the Tower, so you have money coming in fast. You know what else? There's gonna be something with your throat chakra. It's just gonna be like you're unstoppable. Like, once you start, there's something going on. I can feel it in my throat. Like, yeah, there's just going to be this blockage is being removed in your throat chakra, or it already has, and it's just going to be like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of fast movement for you quickly, okay? You have the Hierophant with the Queen of Swords. You're definitely a teacher, speaker, counselor, delivering spiritual wisdom. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. You know, you do have the Four of Cups with Judgment, so I suspect you've kind of resisted doing this a little bit, because you're like, oh, I know it's my calling, but you know, I'm kind of pissed off about like what I had to do to get this, like all the shit I had to go through, all the work I had to do. Kind of pissed. But you know, they're saying that if you hadn't had to go through all that, you wouldn't have had the knowledge. So I'm gonna leave that there, Leo. Okay, I hope this was a useful reading. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.